Words of inspiration and encouragement for difficult times. There are times in life when we feel discouraged, overwhelmed, and in need of inspiration and encouragement. In these trying times, turning to the timeless wisdom and promises of the Bible can provide comfort, guidance, and a renewed sense of hope. To help you get through difficult times, we've chosen words of inspiration and encouragement from the NIV Bible. Number 1. Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah's encouraging remarks remind us that we do not need to be afraid or frightened by the problems we confront. God promises to be at our sides, providing us with courage, help, and support. Putting faith in God's presence can help us overcome our fears. Number 2. Psalm chapter 46 verse 1. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. This verse from Psalms reminds us that God is our refuge and source of strength. In times of difficulty, seeking refuge in God can provide us comfort and peace. He is always present and ready to help us in our times of need, giving us the strength we need. Number 3. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verses 16 to 18. Therefore we do not lose heart. Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen, since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. These 2 Corinthians verses serve as a reminder that our worries on earth are temporary and fleeting. Even when we face seemingly insurmountable difficulties, we can take consolation in knowing that these trials are leading to something far greater, an eternal glory that surpasses them all. We can regain our strength and perspective by focusing on the unseen, on God's enduring promises. Number 4. Joshua chapter 1 verse 9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. In times of suffering, God's words to Joshua can speak straight to our hearts. We are commanded to be strong and fearless because we know the Lord is always with us. God is with us, providing the wisdom and strength we need, so we don't need to be afraid or disheartened. Number 5. Romans chapter 8 verse 28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Romans chapter 8 verse 28 serves as a reminder that God is able to use everything for the benefit of those who love him. We can take comfort in the knowledge that God is at work, achieving his purpose in our lives, even in the midst of trying circumstances. During difficult circumstances, faith in God's sovereign plan can bring comfort and security. Number 6. Psalm chapter 34 verses 17 to 18. The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. The Psalms remind us that the Lord is near to the brokenhearted in times of brokenness and sorrow. He hears our cries and helps us with our difficulties. We can find comfort in knowing that God is fully conscious of our suffering and is present to bring healing and restoration to our broken spirits. Number 7. Matthew chapter 11 verses 28 to 30. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. When we are tired and overwhelmed, Jesus' invitation in Matthew reminds us that we can find rest and relief in Him. We can experience peace that exceeds understanding by offering our concerns and cares to Him. Jesus lightens our load and teaches us the path of gentleness and humility, allowing our spirits to rest. Number 8. Philippians chapter 4 verses 6 to 7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. This verse from Philippians encourages us to express our worries to God in prayer and gratitude when anxiety and worry take hold of our hearts. God promises to keep our hearts and minds with a peace that is beyond our ability to fathom as we give Him our worries. We can regain our strength and clarity by resting in His calm and trusting in His provision. Number 9. Psalm chapter 139 verse 16. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. In times of uncertainty. This verse from Psalm 139 reminds us that God has a plan and purpose for our lives. Even before we were formed, He knew every day that would be allotted to us. Trusting in God's divine timing and sovereignty can bring comfort and assurance that He is working all things together for our good. Number 10. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 7. Cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. This powerful verse in 1 Peter reminds us of God's care and concern for every detail of our lives. We are encouraged to cast all our anxieties and burdens upon Him, knowing that He is attentive to our needs. And trusting our worries to God's loving care allows us to find peace and comfort, knowing that we are not alone in our struggles. These inspirational and motivating passages from the NIV Bible can act as an anchor for our souls when facing challenging circumstances. They serve as a constant reminder of God's presence, of His assurances of support and guidance, and of His capacity to work all things out for our good. May you find comfort, hope, and renewed trust in these passages as you face life's trials, knowing that God is with you every step of the way.